In continuation to our series of tutorials on the beauty or cosmetic art flyer design, we decided to come up with a simple yet professional website banner design, a web banner design for Glow Empire, a skincare product specialized in the sale of cosmetic products that are naturally associated to glowing your body and giving you the skincare that you desire. So today we're going to be looking at how to design this website banner for Glow Empire. Thank you for joining us. This is Don's Graphics. Subscribe to the channel if you are still new. Okay, so we're going to go to our size setting, and on the width we're going to make this to be 711, and the height is just going to be 400. You want to click OK once you have this, and the next thing you're going to do is to just go to your background setting, change the color to this bright green. Let me show you the color code, which is 99FF A4. That is the color code in case you want to replicate the same thing. So up next, go to your import button, and I love using distractive elements on my design space. That is why we're going to use this particular one here. You just want to size it up to make sure it fits perfectly into your background. Then use relative position and adjust that quickly. You want to go to opacity and reduce the opacity of this drastically to just about 15, and then you click on your check mark, go to layer, then you can lock this up. Once this is achieved, you want to go up next to bring these cosmetic products, and what you're going to do is just to size it down a little more and position it to this left section of your interface. Now go to import once again. We still have some other elements that I would love us to use. Right now we're going to bring in this other awesome element here. Okay, I'm going to delete this, and let's do that again. Guess I imported the one with background. So here we are. I'm going to crop out this section neatly, and what you want to do here is to rotate this, and now you're going to reduce it in size, then position it here neatly. And the next thing you're going to do is to import this other element. Then you're going to reduce it in size also, and position it here. Neatly achieving that, the next thing we're going to do is to lock it up. Then we copy this, and let's crop it out to this other small tiny one, which is the blurred one, and I want to increase this in size and position it here. So like I always say in most of my designs, any 3D image on a plain surface has to cast a shadow. So we're going to copy this. As you can see, we have two products here, but now go to opacity and reduce the opacity completely to 0. You want to go now to shadow and give it a shadow, but don't go. Click on the plus button and reduce the opacity of your shadow drastically so that we can have this. Now we're going to do some adjustments on this shadow. We're going to go to the eraser button, and let's just increase the size of the eraser and the length of the eraser so we can erase the upper section because we actually want the shadow to cast on the downer section of the product. That is why we're going to just achieve this and bring it closer to this. Then what you're going to do is to go to layer and send it to the back of the first product. Okay, so you want to go to shadow once again, and let's reduce this again, making it smaller. Then you can now use your position button to adjust this properly to make sure it's casting some shadow on the element. Very important. Just go to layer and lock all of this up. Okay, so we're done positioning all of our text, all of our images. Sorry, the next thing we're going to do now is to bring in our text, and the first text here is pure and natural. So that is the branding, pure and natural. And of course this should be in caps. So I'm going to use the color green for this text. In fact, all of the text we are using the color green to work on them. Then we go to the font area, and I'm using this Nexa heavy font. So please subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. Just make sure you've clicked the bell icon to be notified whenever other amazing tutorials are released. Okay, so we're going to leave this for that, pure and natural. Then let's go to text again to put a new text, but this text here can be the product description, and I'm just going to choose any random quote here. It's just for illustrative purposes. There are no issues with that at all. So let's change the color of this also to the dark green. And we're going to go to fonts. We're using this time around a font called the Rockford Sans Light. So reduce the size of this text drastically, and let's just make it fall into 2 lines. Then go to your style and use the right alignment. Click on the check mark. Let's reduce this more, so you can place this here very much closer to the label pure and natural. Okay, then we're going to go to shapes. Let's increase the radius of this shape. Okay, let's do this first of all. Then we're going to increase the radius completely to 100, and we reduce it in size. Let's reduce the opacity, but then increase the stroke width to about 6, and come to color, change the color to the dark green also. Then we can reduce it in size to just about 11%, and we're going to shift this down a bit. Then we copy this text just so we're maintaining the same font, and write shop now. It's a web banner, so we have this. We're going to bring this text here because we want it to fall here. Now increase the size of the text to about 22. You want to go to your styles now and bold the text by using this icon, the B icon. Now you want to also adjust this properly on the shape so it fits well into that particular shape. I hope by now you must have subscribed to the channel. If not, then do so and press on the bell icon just so you are informed whenever other amazing tutorials are dropped or released on this channel. Thank you so much for doing that. After achieving this, the next thing we are going to do right now is to make a copy of this other leaf icon here. I'd love to make a copy of it. Okay, let me go to crop and let's use the blurred one. Increase it in size a bit, then send it to back. Then we use position button also to do that light adjustments. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do now is to copy this shop now and write the name of the brand. Like I said, it's a Glow Empire. So what we're going to do is just to increase it in size to about 30. Then we neatly position it here. Now let's make a copy of the leaf element. Then we are going to reduce it in size. So we're leaving that for that. You can send this text a little bit downwards. Then the next thing we're going to do is to include the action button by copying this text once again. So first of all, write the home page, the icon for home page. So we write home, then we write men, women, and generally products, and of course the contact. So all of this should be in capital letters. We're going to bring this here. Then look at what we're going to do. We're going to go to our spacing and click on paragraph, on words, sorry, click on words so we can space out the words and make the spacing to be 100%. Then use your position button And of course, the last thing we're going to import now is the search icon. Normally on a web page, there should always be this search bar where visitors to this website can easily search for whatever products they're looking for. So I'm going to change the color of this also to the dark green. So reduce the size of the icon. Then using your position button, you can shift it to this other end of the page. Okay, so now we're going to click on these two elements, the text and the icon. Let's shift it a little bit to the right, and it's a wrap on the design. Okay, so with this now you can save your work. And that will be it for this web page design on your Pixellab application using your Android smartphone. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel for more other videos.